Is the Murfreesboro real estate market getting ready to bust? I'm Justin Holder with Parks Real Estate. In almost 18 years of this, I've seen a lot of markets. Let's go ahead and talk about this one. This is one of the most common questions that I get right now is, when is this thing going to bust? When are things going to slow down? When are prices going to drop? Let's talk about that. First of all, let's go ahead and talk about prices. I don't see any change coming in prices. Reason being, we get so many people that are moving to this area, so much industry. Luckily, we've got a very strong economy here in Middle Tennessee, especially in Murfreesboro, that we are not seeing numbers drop at all with regard to activity. Now, if you're the kind of person that likes stats, I've got them for you. If you're somebody like me that has a very simple-minded brain, I've got those for you today as well. So let's go ahead and get right to it. What am I seeing right now as far as in listings? Many of you know I'm predominantly listings. That's kind of my specialty. Here's what I'm seeing. I am seeing some of those showings drop as far as the number of showings than I was over the last 2 years. However, we've still been able to get the offers that come in over or at list price. So we're not seeing a drop there, but the numbers of showings have dropped some. What does that mean for you if you're a seller? It means a couple of things. It means do not do the whole pricing strategy of pricing low, hoping to run it up. Also means do not price high, checking to see what will happen. Perfect pricing right now is key. Heavy video is more important than ever. I've had so many properties sell in the last couple years off of video than I would have ever dreamed. We have so many people moving in from outside the area that video is key. I had a property 2 weeks ago that had 14 showings. 3 of them were in person. 3 of them were in person. The rest were in FaceTime with people from outside the area. So you think video doesn't matter? Oftentimes I'll go to a showing and they'll already recognize me from the video because they'll say, we've watched this video 15 times. So video is key. I know I'm always talking about that. Okay, so let's talk about some stats, so some real-time stats. So we have seen the prices over about 500 slow down a little bit. Offers still just as strong. Days on market are down 43%, 43.6% from last month, 15% from last year. May was, of course, a wild month. Now that dropped to just under 2 weeks of inventory. Again, I remember in the bad times talking about, oh, we've only got 12 to 15 months of inventory. Big change there, only a couple weeks. While activity was down a little bit, the average sales price has continued to rise. If you look at this graphic, from $514,000 last year to $607,000. Again, I remember the average being around $230,000 several years ago. List prices up 2.5% from last month, but 21.6% from last year. Average sold price up 30% from last year. Price per square foot up from $165 last year to over $200 this year. Again, I remember running ads when I got $100 a square foot. Incredible. Now, what will affect this? Let's talk a little bit about interest rates, because I think that's going to affect people that are on the fence with regard to selling and people that are thinking about buying. Let's talk about on the selling side. As interest rates go up, buying power for a lot of folks go down. So if you look, I was talking with my buddy John Trout this morning, one of my lenders, fantastic guy. We were talking about, I was asking him if the rates, let's say the rate's at 5.5%. If the rates go to 7.5%, which we're hearing rumblings that those may go up later in the year, you're talking about basically $100,000 less from a sales price of what you would have for the same payment. So does that make sense? So if you're talking about a 2% increase in rate, that's going to be about $100,000 less in buying power. If you are a seller, that means if interest rates go up, your buyer pool is going to go down some. If you are a buyer, natural math means for the same payment right now that you're getting a $500,000 house, For that same payment, if it went to 7.5, you'd be more like $400,000. So again, I think a key time to sell right now, while interest rates are low, your buyer pool is bigger. If you are a buyer right now, I know competition is tough. I know it's brutal out there, but if you're able to find something right now and you're looking to buy, this is the time to really consider it if and when rates go up, okay? Let's see here. So we talked about that. Any other questions that you've got, you can always feel free to email me, justin@justinholder.com. You can message me right here. You can also call or text me at 615-423-3654. That's your quick market update. Have a great day.